This is where everything began. Yet it's a dead world?
I won't let Dana suffer the same fate. Ever.
A hollowed ocean as far as the eye can see. What do you think would happen if we fell in?
What do you mean, what would happen? You'd drown, wouldn't you?
Come to think of it, I don't believe I've heard of someone ever trying. Perhaps you'd like the glory of being the first?
Nah, I'll pass.
This is essentially a world-sized Renin graveyard. Are you proposing to disturb the dead slumber just to satisfy your curiosity, Law?
No, because I said I passed.
Taking an interest is understandable, but let's not forget where we are. This place deserves our respect.
Looks like we're not going to be hearing the end of this one for a while.
You'd think I was already snorkeling in it or something. So the idea is to seal the Great Spirit inside the Renaissance using the Sovereign and Maiden's power. But just how do we do that exactly?
I'm guessing it won't be as easy as holding a spirit channeling ceremony at our leisure.
I already had wielded astral energy once 3 centuries ago. As for suppressing her thorns, Shion's had a lifetime's experience. The problem isn't just our enemy's strength, it's that it's sentient too. And you can bet anything you like it's not going to just sit back and let us destroy it.
In other words, we need to find some way to weaken it in advance. The Great Spirit, that is.
Back when Shion's thorns flew out of control, we were able to deal with them directly. If this is their host, they should be even more corporeal here.
If that's the case, it should make them easier to attack at least. And if we can manage to divert enough energy away from the spirit's core, even temporarily,
We might just be able to weaken it enough to steal the Renaissance, which we can then use to seal it away forever. It won't be easy, but it's our only shot. Time to buckle up. Question for you. Let's say, knock on wood, everything turns out for the best.
What'll the world be like? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of this, do you really think everything will be that different?
A lot will have to change, that's for sure. The world will have to adjust to so much. My only worry is if those changes turn out to be merely skin deep.
what do you mean?
It's well and good putting an end to Renin rule, but if it just turns the tables, it's all for naught.
That's true. Just as bad if the Danans started pressing their own.
Renins, Danans, astral art users, mages. The world is full of labels used to divide and separate people.
If only we could see differences like that for what they are. No different to someone having a musical talent or being good with their hands. Not differences so much as characteristics.
It will take someone in power to set an example. But with time, people will follow. And then, perhaps one day,
There will no longer be any need for the example. It will have become second nature.
That's where we come in. We can set the example. Imagine it. A world where magic and astral arts are used to help people. Where that's the norm rather than the exception.
Yeah, you're right, Rinwell. Why wait for somebody else? We can show them ourselves.
Looks like we've warped into that pit of astral energy.
I wonder what Helganquil's civilization was like at its zenith.
I can imagine that'd be something you'd take an interest in.
There's no question it must have been advanced, like none either world has ever seen. We could surely stand to learn a thing or two from such a people.
I get that you're itching to delve into its history, but we've got bigger fish to fry right now.
Put a pin in it, and you can do all the research you want when you retire.
I can think of worse things than a retirement dedicated to research. As for whether Rena is amenable to an aging specimen,
It's a little early to be giving it serious thought just yet.
a man can dream, though. A man can dream.
Oh, we didn't say there's anything wrong with dreaming.
In your case, Dohalim, dreams have a habit of spiraling into something else.
You'll need to stay with us for now, though. You're too helpful to let retire.
Why do I feel this is less of a compliment and more of an ultimatum?
Just a friendly suggestion.
Hey! Hey, I just realized something!
Is this about dinner last night? I didn't realize those ingredients were off.
What? No! I mean, wait, you fed us rotten food?
Rinwell, the point.
Oh, yeah, right. So I was thinking about those armored soldiers we've seen. There are regular Renans inside them, right?
Yeah, they're designed to make whoever's wearing them stronger. At least, I think that's the idea.
Right. So it kind of begs the question then, why are they made so huge?
I don't know, maybe more intimidating, I guess? Or maybe all that tech wizardry inside takes up a lot of space.
You don't think it's weird how the armored soldiers are the exact same height as the Helganquil?
Can't say I'd ever noticed it till now. And?
Connect the dots, Law!
Okay, let me get this straight. You think the armored suits might have originally been designed to allow Renans to work alongside the Helganquil?
Huh. But if that's true, what would that mean?
It would mean... just that, I guess. But still, don't you think it's kind of interesting?
Not hugely. Hey, Kisara, well, I've got you. What's on tonight's menu? Because I was thinking maybe meat.
Get him, Hoodle.
What did I do?
Oh, now you want to listen. Keep pecking, Hoodle!
Ow! Seriously, what the hell?
Holy.
You know, guys, when you think about it, we've taken out a lot of Zeugles. Like, a whole lot.
You can say that again. If one thing's for certain in this world, it's that wherever we go, we'll always end up bumping into them.
Isn't it weird that they're still so plentiful? You don't think the Renans have, like, a ranch where they breed them, do you?
Certainly in all of my years, I've never heard of them constructing such a massive facility on Dana, let alone up in Lenegus.
The only thing I can think of, then, is that the feral ones must be reproducing on their own.
There's also no organized effort on our part to hunt them down, so it's difficult to fully exterminate them.
Exterminate them? Whoa, don't you think that's maybe a little harsh?
What do you mean?
Zeugles originally used to be living creatures native to Dana and Rena, right? Being genetically modified isn't their fault.
You're right. Zeugles were only created because of us Renans. We altered the original creatures to suit our own ends.
First, people made Zeugles, and then we let them go. And now we're trying to kill them because they're a threat. They really have only seen the very worst, huh?
I hope we find a way to be able to live side by side with them one day.
It's a nice thought, but they attack towns and cities. What else are we supposed to do?
Aside from the strays that have gone wild, it's worth remembering that Renans are able to keep them somewhat under control.
If we had distinct territories that didn't overlap, that might reduce the danger they pose.
Well, I guess when you look at it that way, maybe people and Zeugles aren't so different after all.
Sorry about that.
Helganquil!
Guess they don't need their Red Woman disguises anymore.
Wait, can you understand us?
It's no use. We're not going to get through to them.
So they really are being controlled. In that case, We've got no choice.
I knew there was something off here!
They're not pulling punches. We have no choice but to beat them at their own game.
Eat this! That's freaking done it! I'll run you through!
Hear me! This one's mine!
Talon Hurricane!
Leave the enemy's arch to me!
No complaints here! Eagle Assault!
Raging Storm! Reload!
Sword Rain Alpha! Hey, when did I get so popular? Here it now! Death Blossom!
First aid!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Confiscated!
There! Take this! Sword Rain
May
Alpha!
1,000 gales tear you to shreds!
Will this help? Far enough!
Gusty nail!
You shouldn't have messed with me!
Healing circle!
Thanks, Shion.
Be careful not to overdo it.
I'm sorry. I'll do better.
Do it!
Yukara! I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life!
Radiant lightning!
Here I come! I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! Talon Hurricane!
Do it!
Totally! In an instant!
Impact claw!
Annihilation!
Dragon Shell! You're mine! I'm not done! Double Demon Fang! Sword Rain Alpha!
Here I go!
Be still!
Oh, let the marksman hit!
I'm not done!
Radiant
Here!
Supernova!
Dragon Swarm!
Annihilation!
Here I come! I'm not done! It's over! Take this! Eat this! Here I come! Ripping Flame! Lightning Thrust! You're mine! This one's all mine!
I'm out of back into the
Take this! Here I come!
Eagle Assault!
Double Demon Fang! Dragon Swarm!
Pierce evil! Not in your dreams! Freeze laser!
No escape! I'm Sword Rain Alpha!
Of light! Rain down and purify!
It exploded?
Don't get caught in the blast!
No escape!
Cyan instant!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Meteor storm!
Alphen,
I can't forgive them for what they've done, but I hate killing them. They don't even know why they're fighting. How does that even make them any different from the Danon slaves?
Perhaps. However, if we don't make a choice, the guilt of not doing anything will be that much worse.
Yeah, I know. I hate for it to be like this. But if it happens again, you won't find me hesitating to act.
I wonder if we're going to get attacked again.
If we lose heart now, this whole mission is over. We have to stay the course.
I thought there'd be more dirt and rocks and stuff underneath the hollowed ocean, but it's all artificial.
I would imagine they're remnants left behind by the Helganquil, seeing as there's little actual land remaining.
It's incredible. Do you think it stretches all the way down to the center of the planet?
Hey, these guys built Lenegus, remember? He probably did this in a weekend.
If they had the power to create things like this, did they really only use those immense capabilities to serve the Great Spirit? Or rather, was that the only use the Great Spirit let them use their capabilities for? We haven't seen anyone here except Helganquil. Looks like this place really is their home planet.
The true citizens of Rena. What a shame that they have become nothing more than puppets to the Great Spirit. To think of the promise their accomplishments once held. They had the potential to be great indeed.
Do you think we could have got along with them? You know, if we had met under different circumstances. Like
all of us, you mean? I suppose it's difficult to say for sure. We don't even know if they would see us as being on an equal level with them or not.
I think we may have had the chance once, before the Renan Great Spirit came along and changed everything.
You and Alphen both share an optimism. A strong willingness to believe in hope.
Do you think that's foolish?
On the contrary, I should like to take a leaf from your book myself. In tragedy's aftermath, hope is all we have.
Holy.
Just look at the size of that thing. The Helganquil's technology certainly is impressive. And they don't seem to do things by halves either. In the past 300 years. Oh, even before that. Just how many people, Renan or Danon, do you think have ever seen this?
Regarding the past 3 centuries, at least, I'd say there's a good chance that we're the first. Also, while I get that it's impressive and all, I'm just amazed you're still standing around gawping at it at a time like this. Sometimes I wonder about your priorities.
I can understand where he's coming from. More to the point, does anyone know where it leads?
What do you mean where it leads? To the center of the planet, of course.
And that doesn't strike you as sounding just a little bit, oh, I don't know, far? There has to be a quicker way to get there, right?
Yeah. With all this technology at their fingertips, it seems pretty unlikely that they'd make that kind of journey on foot. There must be some kind of device somewhere. Let's see if we can figure out how to use it.
Borrow one of their contraptions? You're either brave or out of your mind.
If it works for them, there's no reason it wouldn't for us. Why make things harder for ourselves?
You know what he's like, Law. Once he gets an idea in his head, there's no talking him out of it. This won't be easy.
Damn it!
Don't be such a pessimist.
Glacial Spear. Here's
Double
evil.
Demon Fang! Dragon Swarm!
These ones can run rings around us.
Eternal Devastation! Double Demon Fang! Take this!
Power of water.
You're mine! Here I come! Sword Rain Alpha! Double Demon Fang! Take this!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah, and
You're mine! Sword Rain Alpha! Eternal Devastation! Double Demon Fang!
Okay,
Here I go!
thanks, Shion.
Be careful not to overdo it.
I'm sorry. You better.
No, you can't!
Holy Land! One more time! Now! Get toasty!
Bird Strike!
Right,
Illuminate
next one.
the dark! Come
Already on!
Double Demon Fang! Sword Rain Alpha!
Now!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
We managed to pull through.
I wonder how the Renans avoided being mind-controlled like the Helganquil. Do you think it might have something to do with the fact that they were originally Danons?
I'd say it's likely. Which is pretty ironic when you think about it.
Ironic?
The Renans have committed grave injustices against the Danons. But it was all of their own volition, not because they were being controlled. Now, it turns out they themselves were once Danons too.
Which must mean that the root of their evil isn't the Great Spirit, but something inherent in all of us. Our free will.
Now hang on, though. It was that same free will that allowed Shion and Dohalim to choose to fight alongside us. Without it, we wouldn't have been able to beat hatred and forge all those connections we've made. Free will is what saved us, right?
Law's entirely right. In any case, it certainly can't hurt to look on the bright side every now and then.
Yeah. Where there's hope, there's a way.
What'd he say?
He said, without a doubt.
Is this a dead end?
It appears this whole room functions as an elevator. That apparatus there is likely what's used to control it.
What the? Where did they come from?
Less worry, more action. Concentrate.
Dragon Swarm!
Insects should stay on the ground.
You're fit! I'll take you all off!
Flying freaks! Look at me just sit still!
Eat Gypsium! Can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done.
Escape!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Dragon Swarm! Dazzle! Here I come! I'm not done!
Glacial
Mirage!
Pierce the
You're
evil.
finished!
Rip and tear!
Man,
Eternal Devastation! You're mine! No escape!
Pierce the
Double
evil.
Demon
Bring
Fang!
you down. Do it. Dohalim.
Light Burst Force!
Radiant Genesis.
No escape! This one's all mine! Not today! No further!
You see what happened there as you crossed me.
Double
Shouldn't have done
Demon
that.
Fang!
Eat this!
Dragon Swarm! Sword Rain Alpha!
Rip and tear!
You're mine! Double Demon Fang!
I can carve through armor!
You're mine! Double Demon Fang!
Goodwill! Demons descend! Flashing fang!
Easy. Way to go.
Take this! Lunar Rondo!
Eagle assault!
Mirage! Sword Rain Alpha!
Your arms are really
Enemies
incredible.
incoming. It's thanks to you I can use them.
Then I promise I'll help.
Astral energy.
Say no more.
They just keep coming!
Eat this! That'll bring you down.
Take this!
Radiant
Crush!
here.
Eternal Devastation! You're finished! You're mine! Rising Falcon! You're mine! It's time!
Here's a healing
Double
art.
Demon Fang! It's over!
Far enough!
No escape! You're finished!
Carry you to shred.
Sword Rain Alpha!
Goodwill! Demons descend! Flashing fang!
More Suko?
Keep calm and take them down.
No escape! It's on!
Eagle
No
fly!
further!
Holy land.
It's over! You're mine! Double Demon Fang! Dragon
Eagle
Swarm!
fly! To the fray!
Eat this!
Searing flame. Reload.
Take this!
To dust! Talon storm!
Crush!
Raging storm.
Sword Rain
It
Alpha!
looks like you got this one covered.
Double Demon Fang!
Do it.
Remove!
Astral energy.
Say no more.
Got it!
Well done.
Not a chance! No escape!
Swallow dance!
Devastation!
Now.
Here I come!
That'll bring you down.
A whirling
Ready to
struggle.
go!
Magic now. Kizara. Go for it.
Prepare to crumble!
More?
Oh, sparkling stars.
The flame inside me
Rain
yearns
down
to be
and
let free! Start up!
Blazer.
You're finished! You're mine! Ignite!
Eat this! Glimmer
Here I
dragon!
come! I'm not done!
Do it. Sion. Astral energy. Full throttle. A flawless victory.
Now or never.
Naturally.
Armor won't save you!
It's over!
Illuminate.
Sword Rain Alpha! Double Demon Fang! Dragon Swarm!
Can't get out of this!
I'm ready.
Talon hurricane!
Crush! You're finished!
Rip and tear!
Double
Now.
Demon Fang!
Astral energy.
Say no more.
I'm all stocked up.
Take this!
Talon
Crush!
hurricane! Rip and tear!
Double Demon Fang!
Dissolve!
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Dance in the wind. Dragon air
I'm not done!
Photon
Double
blast.
Demon Fang!
Raging cascade.
Here I come!
Dance in the wind.
You picked the wrong fight!
Sleep
Here
now.
I come!
Dragon
Swarm!
Far enough.
Dragon Swarm!
Tear!
Sleep now.
Dazzle!
This is
Here I
not
come!
easy.
No escape!
Here, the wind.
Miranda!
Feel. Here I
You're
go.
mine!
It's
I'm
only
not
not
done.
in your dreams. Lightning.
Shouldn't have messed with me!
Flame.
I'm on it!
Now or never.
I'm out of
Dragon
weapons.
Swarm!
First strike!
You're mine!
Rip and tear!
Gravitas field.
Lightning throw!
We're in the home stretch, guys.
What she said?
Bring you
Eyes
down.
on the prize!
That focus goes double for you, Law.
Me?
Light Burst Force!
Radiant Genesis. Cyan
Not a
Instant.
chance!
Dance in the wind.
First strike!
Annihilate.
It's on!
Swallow dance!
Crush! It's over! Dragon Swarm!
Do it!
Remove!
Astral energy.
Say no more.
ready?
Here! I'm just getting started!
Let me
Burn!
show you what
Swallow
I
dance! Come on!
I can handle it.
Eagle! Do it! Talon Heart! Demons Descend! Flashing Fang!
Well, am I improving?
Tremendously. The speed and precision of your aim is simply unmatched.
I had no idea you were watching me so close.
Even in such a harsh environment as this, there are still creatures here?
You think they're native to Rena? Or could they be Zoogle somehow?
Whatever they are, they're dangerous. Watch yourselves around them. You think that...
Brace yourself! This one's tough!
They got me too!
Swallow dance!
Thanks, Shion.
Be careful not to overdo it.
I'm sorry. I'll do better.
Dragon Form!
Flying free! Why can't they just sit still?
Shion, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done.
You're mine!
That'll bring you down.
You're finished!
Searing flame!
Here I come!
Here I go.
Sword Rain Alpha! Dragon Form!
Take this! Do it!
Be still!
Demons Descend! Flashing Fang!
Easy! Way to go!
Armor won't save you!
Illuminate the dark!
Glimmer Dragon!
Holy glimmer!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Leave the charges to me.
Eternal Devastation! You're finished!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Radiant!
I'm on it!
Dragon!
You're mine! Burn in hell!
Radiant! Here!
Double Demon Fang! Dragon Form! Sword
See
Rain
what
Alpha!
happened there as you crossed me. Shouldn't have done that.
That'll bring you down.
Take this!
Astral energy!
Say no more.
Shut!
Well done!
Now!
Oh, violent
not
party
done.
win!
You're out! You're mine! Double Demon!
You require a hand.
Frozen!
Hammer!
Glacial spear.
No! Take this! Double Demon Fang! Dragon Form!
Talon Sword!
It's over! Eternal Devastation! Take this! You're finished!
Now! Here I go! Astral energy! Full throttle! Not too shabby, if I do say so myself.
Far more than the power I can conjure alone, that's for sure.
Was that...
Brace yourselves! This one's tough! Eat dirt!
Talon Hurricane!
Searing flame!
Eagle Fly!
Crush!
Tectonic Fire! I'll smash you!
Cyan instant!
I'm surrounded!
Double Demon Fang!
Dragon Shell!
I'm ready!
Talon Sword!
Prepare to be
In the
sealed,
groove,
O
all
fleet
good
of
things
foot.
come to an
Actually,
end.
perhaps found is more appropriate.
Less talking, more doing.
Tempest Swirl!
Crush!
Puddle! Freeze Blade!
Dragon Swarm!
Now!
I'm not done!
Demons Descend! Flashing Fang! Easy!
Way to go!
Here I come! Double Demon Fang! Sword Rain Alpha!
Glimmer Dragon!
Okay, here I go!
Eagle Assault!
Lunar Corruption! By the power of Lightning Orb! Annihilation!
Hit it!
Flame of Fire! Radiant Cascade!
Eat dirt!
Spread!
Double Demon Fang! Dragon Swarm!
Glacial spear.
Megasonic Thrust!
Gemini Ultra!
Sword Rain Alpha!
That'll bring you down.
Crush!
In a vine! Do it!
Kitara Frozen!
Hammer!
Lightning! Downfall!
Anything in order
Radiant
to go
Fire!
on!
Downfall!
Double Demon Fang!
Talon
Sword Rain Alpha!
I'm out of ammo! Wind Astral Energy! Raging Cascade!
Dragon Swarm!
Sleep now!
Watch
All
as
good
I
things
stop
come to an end.
Annihilation!
Hold up! Is this as valuable as I think it is?